Okay, classic treasures again of Winnie the Pooh. I don't know what's even in the story. You're going to find out before I do because I'll write it on the top of the page. So as I'm reading it, I'll learn what it is and then I'll fill it in. Wow, this is really bright. I better turn that light down. Yeah, that's a bit better. Is that better for you? You don't want it too bright on your eyes. Okay, the friends ambled down memory lane until they reached Owl's house, which was tucked high in the trunk of a tree. Pooh liked its shelves lined with books and its walls full of family portraits, but he asked, "Do we have to climb all the way up there to start remembering?" Suddenly he was feeling rather sluggish, which was not an unusual feeling for Pooh to have when he visited Owl. This was because Owl was fond of telling very long stories that easily lulled a bear full of tea and cake to sleep. But since Pooh hadn't had any tea and cake yet, and he didn't want to miss out on any, he hummed a little hum to help himself awake. Hum diddly dee, time to climb Owl's tree. Rum tiddly tat, no time for a nap. Yes, of course, you must come up, Owl answered. I want to show you a picture of my distant cousin Bartholomew. He founded a prestigious art school, back in... When was it? I can't remember. In any case, I know you're going to find this absolutely fascinating. Owl seemed to have a relative for every occasion, as Pooh and Piglet were soon to recall. Well, I hope there's pictures on this next page. I really do. There's pictures on this next page. I really, really do. Here we go. Oh, look at that camera. It's way over there, filming into the yonders. There we go. Is it too bright for us there? Or just turn that down just a little bit more? What do you say? There we go. Pooh and Piglet were spending pleasant afternoon at Owl's house. More tea and cake, offered Owl graciously. Don't mind if I do, replied Pooh, taking a largest piece. Speaking of cake, have I ever told you about my great-great-great-great-great-grand-uncle, the famous thespian? He wondered. The famous what? Piglet asked. Thespian, Owl explained. A thespian is an actor. His most famous role was playing Reginald the Brave, a famous king, and I might add, an ancestor of mine on my mother's side. Oh, said Piglet, very impressed. I should like to be an actor and be a brave king too. That I shall teach you, Owl proclaimed, and invite everyone in the 100-acre wood to see the performance, which I shall direct, of course. Piglet couldn't wait. On the first day of rehearsal, Owl began by saying, Have I ever told you the story of my third cousin, twice removed by my marriage? Harriet was her name. By the end of the afternoon, Piglet knew a lot about Cousin Harriet, but nothing about to play King Reginald. On the second day, Owl told the story about a play he had attended, including details such as the names of everyone in the audience and what they all eaten for dinner. On the third day, Owl performed a 3-hour song and dance routine that his great-grandfather Cecil, that was my father's middle name, and before that he was called Cecil, had taught him. On the fourth day, Piglet said to Pooh, Oh dear, I don't think I am going to make a very good brave king of Owl if Owl doesn't teach me how to be an actor soon. Don't worry, Piglet, said Pooh. I will help you. And so on the 5th, 6th and 7th days, Pooh and Piglet held their own rehearsals. Piglet made up a speech he thought a brave king would give, and Pooh helped him practice it over and over again. So basically he's teaching him how to do a monologue. So it'd be... Meanwhile, Owl was busy inviting everyone to the performance. He had forgotten all about directing Piglet. Finally the day of the play arrived. Piglet was very nervous, and he told Pooh so. But Piglet, all you have to do is pretend to feel brave, suggested Pooh. Pretending is exactly what actors do. And so Piglet walked on stage pretending to be very brave. He stood as tall as a very small piglet could, recited his lines in the most kingly way he knew how. When Piglet had finished, his friends burst into cheers and applause. Owl rushed on stage beaming. You see, my boy, I told you I was an acting expert. Behind every great actor is a great director. Behind some great actors is a great Pooh Bear, thought Piglet. He smiled and took another bow. Oh, are we going to stop when I live? Are we going to stop where I live? Eeyore asked. Where's a big jump? We're on the way again. Why weren't we? Asked Piglet. It's on memory lane too. Well, that's the end of that one. So I don't even know what to call that one. Acting, non-acting lessons, acting lessons. I don't know what that one's going to be called. I'll have to work it out when I write it down. I hope you enjoyed that one. It's no sunlight coming through the window. I've had to use the house light. So sorry for the shadows.